Welcome in, everyone. January 4th, Season 3, Show 1, the Fly for Fun show with Johnny Drone Flyer and Captain Ray Kelly. And Captain Ray is, I just called him. I don't know if he's having a problem with something, but I'm sure he'll join us in a few minutes. And I want to welcome in, of course, everybody to the show. We appreciate it. Of course, Happy New Year. And hope you had a great, time with your family and friends over the Christmas holidays and New Year and kind of get back to normal here. And, just want to welcome everybody in tonight. We got two special guests. We go a little north of the border there and welcome in Gary Foster, Brant Ariels, and then out west, Tom Dowling. So Tom's out in Henderson, Las Vegas, and we'll get them in a few minutes. And let's see what else we got. We got a nice sticker pack giveaway. Hashtag Fly for Fun. I mean, it's a ton of stickers, and if you win it and you already got a bunch, hey, just message me and I'll send them to somebody else, or let me know which ones you might need. I'll help you out as much as I can. Oh, Captain Ray. I see Captain Ray. Hey, Captain.
Hey, Johnny. How you doing?
Good. Just getting started. Oh, that's okay. Welcome in. Let's see where are we at. Of course, the South Florida Drone Meetup, April 1st, 2023. I think it is 87 days, so that's approaching fast. And hey, if you haven't made your hotel reservations, you need to get on that, because I know I called last Wednesday and I did ask about rooms. They had some, but it is filling up. The little girl that I talked to. So we'll do our 2-part 107 questions. Ray, what are we going to give away? What we said, a Fly for Fun shirt again this month, I believe.
Yeah, is that it? Yeah, we gave away a hat last month. My hat, yeah.
Yeah, and we'll draw for that for the December winnings. We got that. I got that wheel with the names in that. We got I think there's 9 names. We did a bonus question, I think. The Fly for Fun group page, you can post your drone related content there, and of course we had the drone swap shop page. You can sell your items there. And I do want to wish. Let's see, Christina Mullen had a birthday. And that was December 28th. Sarah Stickley and Alex Escardo. I don't have any happy anniversaries or get well or congratulations, but hey, anybody that had something, congratulations, get well, and hey, happy anniversary if you had an anniversary. Ray, what you got, Ray? Man, you look like you.
The reason I was a couple minutes late was I just went on a beautiful boat ride with my friend on his boat. We went out to dinner. And we got back a little late. Next thing you know, I said, man, it's 6:59. I'm supposed to go live.
So yeah, I was talking to Gary, and of course, Tom in the back room. I said, man, Ray ought to be popping in. Then when I called you, I heard you scuttering around on the phone and hung up. I said, so I knew you would be here. But hey,
anyway,
time gets time. Hey, I know, look, we talked about it. Gary and I were talking before the show. Look, Wednesdays come around. I know Monday you do a show. Gary does his show every other week. But man, listen, it comes around, and my internet was out all day, so I was thinking I would have to go somewhere else and do the show, but it came back on. I was kind of worried that it might go in and out.
I know.
So far,
I'm glad it came back on. I thought you were going to be doing it from the cemetery.
Yeah, I would have to do it from the cemetery. Yeah, it'd be a real dead show there, But no.
But Johnny, I had another mini meetup today, this morning.
Yeah, I know. TJ, really? I actually called TJ a while ago when I was driving over, so I talked to him, but he was working, so he didn't answer the phone though.
But you're going to laugh at this because it was Al's secret spot, right?
Oh, y'all want no secret spot.
And then myself and Ken Gottlieb, we get there, and Al's usually there first. I mean, he's always there early.
Right, he gets there
early. We're looking for Al, and 20 minutes later, we get a call. I'm lost.
Lost in Florida.
I can't find the secret spot. But we had a good time because Al got there, and then Ken Nida got there, and then TJ showed up, and we really had a nice little meetup.
Good deal. All right, Ray, we got a bunch of people
welcome everybody in because I can't read the chat, Johnny. All right.
Okay, you want me to do it then?
Yeah, I can't see it.
All right, let me start at the top. Let's see. Al was actually the first one in. He wasn't lost. He was in here early. Zach Key, welcome in. One Vision Formula, CT Formula, Dustin, Drone, Jody, and Drone Shots. Jody was in here. One Vision Ariel, Dustin, Matt Bagwell, welcome in. Michael, Fly Zone. Who else we got? Mr. B, welcome in. Lost Girl, Angela's in the house. John Olson, Stephen Drones, Michael Wright, Eric Lipinski, Flying Flynn, Mark White. Let's see. Captain Joe is in the house. We're going flying tomorrow. We're going to go fly the Lighthouse again.
Good.
Actually, Laney's going to come with us, so I'm going to let her fly the Lighthouse.
That's good, yeah.
Unlimited Vertical, Silas Seeger, welcome in. Will
Great
Moran,
crowd. Great crowd.
Lee Bessing. Of course, Tom's in the back room. Bud Bieber, Art. Gary's in the back room there. Dominic, Jeff Norman.
Hey, Jeff.
Who else?
Great crowd.
Yeah, great
We
crowd.
got two great guests too, Johnny. You know, I'm looking forward to having them on the show. Really, number
Leonard,
13.
Mark Fisher's in the house.
Gary, number 13 at the South
Yeah,
Florida.
Gary is coming. Yeah, that's going to be quite a. That I can't wait to meet Gary coming. He's coming a quite a ways. I see Robbie in the house, Leonard in the house, Art. So yeah, welcome in. Sam, I see Sam Burns out in California. Sam's in here. So Eddie Nunez. Yeah, Eddie. I'm not sure if they're doing a show tonight or not because I think Double and them are in Vegas. So I'm not sure. Eddie, thanks for joining. Ray, I'll let you introduce Mr. Gary. He is looking at me funny back there, and I don't want him to.
I'll tell you, Gary he's coming to us all the way from Canada, and I had the honor of being on his live stream, and he does a great live stream with Jim Beauchart, really. And I feel so good that Gary's coming to the South Florida Drone Meetup. So please, everybody, give a warm welcome to Gary Foster, also known as Brad Ariels.
Gary, how you doing?
Hey, thanks so much. A great intro. Holy cow. I feel like
now you got, Ray makes it, hey, you got to live up to that. No, hey, it's fun, Gary. And I know you do a great show with a great time with your show. And I like your ending, that ending's getting longer and longer and longer.
Oh, no. What I'm doing is I'm giving everybody like a tenth of a second less every week. And then I can keep up that last 3-second bit, right?
Oh, I got you. Cool.
So we edit it every week to get it down, and yeah. But I like to feature all of the guests that have been on the show, and the difficult part is I'm trying not to bring people back twice. So I'm gonna have to start recycling.
Well, we talked about it a little bit before, Gary. We've been on 2 years and we have 2 guests a week. So but what we try to do now, of course, we want to find out about the flyer and the pilot. But, I think, since you've probably been on, I know you had your show a while, but, catch us up with your channel, what you got going, what you're flying now. So just tell us, what you got going and what's happening.
Well, I'm still flying the Air 2S. Unfortunately, I can't fly in the winter. The main reason is I've got a bad finger that I chopped off with a table saw, and it's very painful in the cold. The other reason is in Canada, by regulation, if you consume any cannabis product, you can't fly for 28 days. So I get stoned all winter. No, I occasionally have a gummy or something, and just relax a bit, So, So I'm taking the winter off, and my next flight will be in Florida. So, 87 days. So,
welcome in, Bill Thomas.
You've been to Florida, right, Gary? You've been to Florida?
I think this will be my 26th Florida trip.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You've been as much as CaptainRay.
Well, yeah. When my daughter was young, we used to go to Disney and all that stuff. And when I was in high school, you're going to like this, Ray. When I was in high school, I packed 4 people into a Volkswagen Beetle. We went from Canada to Daytona Beach and back in a long weekend.
Oh my God. In a weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. We left after school on Friday, drove down, put a foot in the water, and drove back and made it back in time for school on Tuesday morning. So
okay, that must have been a fun trip.
It was just driving in a Volkswagen Beetle, going through the mountain.
Oh, wow.
You're hanging on doing 40 miles an hour going up the hill, and you're doing, 100 miles an hour going down the hill.
That was before Herbie.
So now, Gary, tell us, did anybody catch your drone thief, by the way?
No. The Royal Newfoundland Constabulary, which is the police there, took 7 weeks to reply to my complaint. And
really?
and I told them that DJI knew about it. The FAA had been informed, and Transport Canada had been informed. It was registered in both countries. And they said, well, you got a better track on it than we do. Good luck.
Wow. Yeah, it's not a priority. I know.
No. But what I've done with the new one, this is my case for the new one. I've got a Leicas case, and I cut a section of the foam out underneath and put an air tag in it.
Good move.
So, it's amazing. I had the drone in the car, and I went to a garage sale, and I walked away from the car, and my phone binged and told me I had left it at, 218 Rutherford Street.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Yeah. So anytime when it's at home, it doesn't inform me because it knows it's home. But if it goes with me and I leave it somewhere, it alarms me right away. And if it moves, it tells me. So not losing it again.
Right.
But that was unfortunate. I had so many flights on vacation and beautiful scenery in Nova Scotia and Newfoundland, Canada. And all that footage was lost. All I had left was B-roll from my pocket too. So that's what I ended up publishing for a couple of months, was just B-roll. But
Gary, how's the show going? I know you do it every other Thursday now.
Yeah.
So.
And I kind of shocking last show, after the show, Jim Beauchart let me know that he was no longer going to do the show.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And then he informed Bill Ronayne that he wasn't doing that show either. And he's told Ken Herron that he's not going to do the weekly Beauchart anymore.
So. Is everything okay?
Well, I think a lot of it is the stress of going back to work. He was off for months with his knee, and I had told him at the outset that if it stops being fun, then we're not going to do it, and he wasn't having fun. So there he goes, I have Don Doss from Mudball Creative co-hosting this week, and we'll see if that carries on. Otherwise,
Don is good. Yeah, he's good.
Oh yeah, he's great, and he's been my co-host before when Jim was off. So
if he could keep his hands out of his socks, that's not a bad thing about
Don. No. So it's new year, new show, and we'll go from there and see where it takes us.
Ray, let's do this first question real quick.
Yeah. Okay. A person whose task is to keep an
It's supposed to be whose sole task. I'm sorry, I missed. But go ahead.
Potential hazards to the rest of the crew is A, visual observer, B, drone observer, C, pilot in command.
Easy question.
That's an easy one. Yeah,
it isn't easy. I hope nobody gets it wrong.
I know.
I think I see it.
Fun doing these questions. You learn a little something anyway.
Yeah, I think the answer is A, Michael Blade, I believe, got it first.
Hey, congrats, Michael. Yep.
We'll throw that in a hat for this month, the Fly for Fun shirt. So we'll take care of that. Let's see.
So you're taking a break from flying, huh? Huh, Gary?
Well, next flight is Florida, so
before you know it,
Yeah. Well, no, that's not quite true. This one gets flown every day.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I fly that just around the room here that I'm in, and I get stick time every day. And they can't restrict me flying indoors. So, and I also have a greenhouse project that I'm working on, and I'll be doing some indoor flying there as well. So
Chris Hope, welcome in, Chris.
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Well, I tell you what, Ray, let's get Tom, a fellow New Yorker, well, ex-New Yorker, I guess. I'll let you introduce Tom. He's sitting back there, and he's out in Henderson, Las Vegas.
Well, I'll tell you, Tom Dowling, he's one of the best drone pilots that I know, and he was like you say, a former New Yorker. You know, he's probably going to consider himself a New Yorker, but he's from Nevada now.
Yeah.
Having a good time flying out in Nevada.
Hall of Fame.
Give him a warm welcome.
He's on the Wall of Fame. Yeah, yeah. Tom, welcome in.
Thank you, gentlemen. With this accent, it's going to be hard to misplace me. Okay. So,
You know, Tom, it's funny. I don't hear it from you as much as I don't know. Maybe I do, but I don't. You know.
I'll tell you, if I talk to a stranger within about a minute and a half, it's either New York or Boston. They're guessing.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Yeah,
Queens
well,
and a Brooklyn kid.
That's-
Worked all over New York City. Yeah, I still consider myself a New Yorker. I'm just a
Once a New
transplant.
Yorker, always a New Yorker.
he's kind of a
That's right.
snowbird, but he's out. He's a sandbird out there. I don't know what they call. You know.
No, I'm here full time, baby. Yeah, it's one thing we don't get out here is slush.
Yeah.
Okay, the number one thing slush and salt, two things I do not miss about New York.
So, Tom, when are you changes your channel name to FPV Tom?
I think I have to crash another half a dozen times, Ray. Okay,
Yeah.
before I can claim an FPV moniker.
Well, I know you love the Avada. You really do, and you're a great pilot.
It's you know what it is. It's fun. That's the number one thing I have to say. It's so damn immersive, you know, especially when you have those goggles on and you're really in the moment. Okay, so it makes you want to fly every spot you've flown before. So that's what's nice about it.
Well, I was lucky enough to fly FPV today. Al let me fly his new DJI FPV, and it was pretty cool. I have to say that.
The original DJI FPV, right?
Right. Yeah. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a beast. Okay, so you can get some good speed with that one. That's for sure.
Well, I flew it like a GPS drone.
Yeah, well, you know what? You get as you see from my latest video, you do get pretty confident over a period of time. Okay, until
see,
it then
Tom, I
bites
think
you in the ass.
I think I got
Well,
it.
Al's getting pretty good at it. I have to say, he was zipping through some columns at the bridge, and I tell you, I was impressed.
I enjoy shooting gaps and finding those spots. You know, I wanted to go back to the lazy river, you know, in that abandoned water park just to fly that. I mean, that was a blast. And of course, then I blasted it. But you know, I got to tell you, a good experience with DJI customer support. 30 hours from the point that I put in the service request, I had the replacement of VADA
That's
and
fast.
battery.
Tom,
Okay.
I got that crash. Can I show the crashing video? Do you want me to show?
Absolutely. I live it every day, Johnny. Go for
All
it.
right, here. Let's
That was a great flight, and we learned from that
let's
crash.
see here. Let me pull.
That's
up
what
the-
it is. Sharing those experiences, Ray.
And it bounces good.
Oh yeah. And yet the sound it makes. Okay, when it bounces.
Yeah, we'll get past the
There was an
commercial.
echo out in the in the Mojave Desert. Okay.
Here we go.
I'm
Wait,
seeing
what is this?
51 drones.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
Okay.
What the hell?
Happy New Year, Russ.
Yeah, Russ. He must have. Let me pull your channel up again. I don't know what happened.
But yeah, we drove out there. It took a couple of hours to get out there, but it was, you know, it's such a fun place to fly. Almost as fun as the psychiatric center, Ray.
Let's see
But
here.
that's Ray flew with us out at the Pilgrim State Psychiatric Center. That's a great spot out on Long Island to fly.
All right, here we go. You could tell us a little bit about this flight, if you would, Tom.
Yeah, this location was abandoned back in 2002. and of course, some top end graffiti artists have come in to adorn the
I
location.
see that. Wow.
And a ton of taggers as well. But this was an old water park, opened up in the early 60s. So that lazy river right there is what I really wanted to fly with the Avata. Being able to get down low inside that little trench there, really a blast. Hello, everyone. Tom Dowling. So you can actually fast forward that a bit and go back into
Let's
we're
see.
No, I got mine. That's all right. Thank you.
So if you look, that's the halfway point between Las Vegas and Los Angeles.
Yeah, here we go.
It's a little stuttery here, but yeah,
Is
it
it?
wasn't sped up or anything. It just looks a little stuttery, but
Let me see if I can.
well, with the new firmware, one thing I tried also, I didn't have the new firmware on this one, but the new firmware allows you to fly at 30 frames a second also, but I have that switched back to 60 because there's a little too much blur. I mean, in the image itself, when you take the image off the drone, it looks great, but when you're flying, it's a little too much blur in the goggles. I would be very cautious around tree limbs.
So Tom, is that drone everything you thought it? You had the FPV drone, right?
Oh yeah, I have the FPV as well. Yeah, that's where I hit.
Yep.
And yeah, I should have went left. I could have went right, but yeah, I went right into it. And I had Dono's ribbed riders on there, and it wound up 44 feet away.
Right.
Okay, from the impact. And it actually shattered the rib riders right off. But
Oh wow,
still flyable. I lost an ND32 filter, and otherwise it was flyable. And then of course I put it up the second time and tried to do something else, shoot some gaps. And that time, the second time resulted in me hitting a steel I-beam direct on. And of course I didn't have the rib riders that time. So that definitely required a visit back to DJI. But my experience was pretty good. I came home and we wound up putting in the service ticket. They said you have DJI Care Refresh, so it's a $29 charge. No problem.
That was it?
Fine. $29, and they would send it out once they received the damaged drone, and of course they email you a UPS or shipping label. But they also turned around and said, you have DJI Care Refresh Express. If you want to leave a $300 retainer on your credit card, we'll go ahead and ship out the replacement right now. Just get us back the damaged one within 30 days. So I said, that's great. I put in a claim for the drone and for a battery. And then they said, well, don't send us the battery if it's severely damaged. We don't want it. And I said, great. I thought I was up a battery. But then they contacted me again about an hour later and said, hey, we need to see photographs of the battery. So I sent them photographs of the battery, and they said, well, the case doesn't look very damaged, so go ahead and send that back when you send back the drone. But they replaced both, and they actually replaced both items with brand new products. So
Gary, do you do any FPV at all or none?
Not at all. Nope.
Have you thought about it? Have you?
No. What I've been doing is I put up a video of me shooting gaps with my Air 2S. And if you slow down too much and you get, like, I was going under a tree.
Yeah.
And I slowed down to go under the tree and it went into landing mode, so, it thought it was landing. So, I mean,
it's totally different way to fly, really.
Yeah. I backed up and took it fast and it went under okay. But
yeah, the Avata is for low, very low flying compared to GPS. You're usually up much higher, but of course, the lower you get, the faster it looks as well.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Yep.
But I got to tell you, these the goggles too with the OLED screens, it's just completely immersive, And I heard Mark Fisher apologizing because he loves the motion controller. He was live streaming earlier. How he loves the motion controller, and he's apologizing for it. I'm going to put it out there right now. I don't apologize for the motion controller. Okay, your enjoyment is whatever you seek. Okay, my enjoyment is flying with that motion controller because that's what really makes it immersive.
Yeah, and Tom, I don't know if you saw they got a motion controller too that they talked about. So I don't really know what the difference would be, but so.
Well, Scotty's makes stuff. He's, he's got a device that you can clamp to your leg and really controls the stick. And what I have one, and the great thing about that is that really provides a great deal of accessibility to those that have a challenge physically in using a regular controller. And managing two sticks. I have a neighbor across the street. He lost his arm in an accident a couple of decades ago, and he just pines for the ability to fly these drones, and now he's got that ability.
So Tom, did you use it did you use that before with the DJI FPV, or you didn't?
The motion controller I've used. I had now I have a couple of motion controllers.
Right.
I had one with the FPV. I flew the FPV drone both ways. Okay, with the RC and with the motion controller, I've flown the Avata both ways.
What do you like better, Tom? Which way do you like it better?
I like the motion controller for the fun of it. And it does give me the cinematic capabilities that I look for with these drones. So, it hits the marks for me. I'm not really into flying and doing flips and split S's and stuff like that. I'm more into the exploring and getting cinematic with it. So
what's
that's
funny
what I enjoy about it.
On that Avata, they didn't give you the option. It came with the motion controller. So
it came with the motion controller. Yeah, they were trying to force that. But you know what? The one thing, again, I have to say the accessibility of it. And even if you're not facing a physical challenge, the ability to put the goggles on somebody and hand them the motion controller and watch them fly within 10, 20 seconds. That's what is really cool about it. And I don't know that it was that big of a mistake.
Right.
We all complained, okay, especially since you had to buy a motion, an RC, and guess what wasn't available at that point in time was RCs. So, everybody already in the community just complained and hemmed and hawed. But to be honest with you, I don't think it was short-sighted on DJI's part.
Ray, did you use a motion controller when you flew that? Oh,
no, he had a regular remote controller.
Okay, because he's got the DJI FPV. Okay,
but it was just totally different. Looking through those goggles, it was cool, but I don't know if I'll be able to get used to it, to be honest with you.
Well, here's the other thing I like about it. My background.
This is coming up, guys. Just coming up.
My side gig. My side gig was always being a photographer. When I worked full time, that was my side gig, and I earned pretty well from it. But the reason I like the goggles over, I love the, the controllers we have now with the built-in screens. I was an early adopter, the Crystal Sky Ultra Bright. I wish they would have supported that damn thing. And the one thing I love about the goggles, Ray, is for me, it's like putting my eye up to the viewfinder of my camera instead of looking at shots on the back of the screen. Okay. I'd rather have my eye up against that viewfinder so that I'm completely focused on what I'm seeing. And that's what the goggles give me the ability to do, is really compose my shots and compose my routes.
Tom, you're a photographer, so do you take more? I mean, of course, you take more pictures, I guess, with the camera drones. So do you take the pictures out of the video for that Avada? Is that what you're doing?
You can, but I strictly use the Avada for video.
Okay.
Okay. I have my camera drones. I got my little Air Force in the closet behind me. So, I'm not wanting for that. It's more of the video capability of this drone
Gotcha.
is what really does it for me. And more so than I love the original FPV as well. Flown that a lot. What I do like now is the ability to get up to 3,240 feet instead of being capped at 1,640 feet above takeoff location. And again, 107 flying completely legal here. When I'm surfing some of these mountains, especially with the Avada, I'm up close and personal to those mountains. I mean, I'm maybe a couple of feet off the mountain itself. But in some cases, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, Johnny. So when it comes to the hiking aspect, my vertical ascents are kind of limited. So, now with the ability to fly up to 3,200 feet, I can get up and crest some of those mountains I want to fly over.
Yeah, that sounds like.
So
Well,
that's pretty
I have
cool.
to say, Tom, it is totally different kind of flying than in New York City.
Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I got Gary, not to show. I got your video of the greenhouse. Can I show it? Is that okay?
Sure. Oh yeah, go ahead. Tom brought up a point that really struck home with me is it might that motion controller might allow me to fly in the winter. I could put on gloves and still fly.
Yeah.
It's actually something you could fly with mittens on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Gary, what is this?
You want to narrate, Gary?
Okay, this is a greenhouse project that I've worked on for a year. This is the site prep, and you can see early foundation going in here. And I followed this from basically from bare dirt to completion. I have to go back yet. I've done some of the interviews with the owners.
That's a big.
I'm going to go ahead and interview the founder of the company who started it way back 50 years ago. Father of the people that built this one, and the two there. And basically, we're going to do a heritage documentary for them, for the family.
Oh, nice.
How big is that site, Gary?
Oh, it's acres inside.
Wow.
Quite the project.
Yeah. They grow flowers.
Man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Those construction videos are pretty cool. I know I got to shoot a water tower the other day, and it's pretty interesting to see how they, it's really nice. I've been keeping up, of course, with the construction of a house, but man, and I did a solar farm, but yeah, this is pretty interesting right here. Wow.
Yeah.
And now you're using the Air 2S here?
Yeah.
It started out with the original Mavic Air, and then I got the Air 2S.
And
then I got the replacement Air 2S. So.
There's some gaps. There you go.
There you go, right through the building before the roof was on. Oh, maybe the roof was there.
I'm very impressed with that flying, Gary.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, we'll get out there and sub Gary's channel. Yeah, Brant Aerials. And of course, Tom, get the.
And the same goes for everybody in the chat. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe.
Now, there was a shot there of their power plant. They can generate their own electricity using natural gas. And they also use it for natural gas for a boiler that fills that water tower.
Nice.
And they use that water tower to heat the greenhouse as well as for steam generation. What happens with these plants is once they pick the plants, some of the roots shoot down so far that they'll start to come up and kill the new plants. So what they do is they cover it and pour steam in, and then they have a vacuum 4 feet down that sucks the steam into the soil to kill any roots that might be there. So there's some real science. It's real high-tech stuff. And they have automated flower harvesting equipment in there, it's almost like a combine. They have these guys just pick the flowers and throw them onto a conveyor belt, and comes to the end and cuts the roots off. And
Tom, you can load that up if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
And you know,
Yeah.
Tom, I think I did give you your personal invitation to come to the South Florida drone meetup, but I really hope you could make it.
I believe you did, and you know, Ray, any show I'm on, I plug it about how Ray Kelly is harassing me to come to the South Florida drone meetup because I want to get that hashtag South Florida drone meetup out there as often as possible, Ray. You know,
Well, Roz wants to go to Disney World.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm trying. Those are some of the angles I'm working on now, Ray. Okay.
Coming up, guys, you're gonna get to guess the baby flyer here in a few minutes.
I'm trying to talk my friend into coming online, but he just don't want to do it.
All right, here you go, Tom.
So this video, this is just a quick one, guys, and this is kind of behind the scenes thing, and you want to talk about how useful drones are. Here's a scenario where there's a junkyard fire a couple years back in Staten Island, and if you know anything about firefighting, junkyard fires are the worst because they take so long to mitigate, and it normally turns into just about a toxic waste dump afterwards. Because they gotta spray down all these cars and they gotta move them out of the way. And
Wow.
you know, I'm gonna play the video. And we had tower ladders and marine units trying to pour water on this thing. And normally these junkyard fires can take 24 hours and plus to put out. And you're talking about a resource drain that's enormous.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is a look at using robotics, but what I'm going to show you next is actually when they turn around and turn the thermal on, then you can actually see the fire itself. Let me get that going there.
Oh, wow.
And so, you know, here's the big difference here.
That's amazing right there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can actually see the heat signature.
That must be Tom, that must be a Volkswagen right there. One of that magnesium.
It's got to be. That's those damn engines. You know, see, it looks like it's in somebody's rear. But you know, this particular incident, in fact, was wrapped up within 40 minutes instead of it being a protracted operation.
And hopefully no injuries. No injuries, Tom.
No injuries from this one. And you know, once you can identify where the fire is, get that information, you know, streamed right directly to the incident commander. You can then redirect those resources.
What is that being shot with?
Onto. Yeah. This is being flown with an M210 RTK.
Okay.
But they quite often use the now the Mavericks, you know, with the thermal imaging capability,
right?
Are quite capable and easy to deploy.
Man,
so you know, that's where drones become so useful. And there was recently a great chart I saw out there, guys, that showed all the industries that drones can be used in. You know, it's more and more capability out there every day that's being, you know, thought of and leveraged in this arena.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's funny you mentioned that. You know, Tom, here, you know, we got a town of about 20. It's a college town, but you know, police chief here. When I started talking to him about drones, and we're personal friends, and you know, he's like, we don't need no drones, but they did finally order 2 drones, so they can't. I think they finally. You know, kind of see, of course, there was a lot of legal aspects about, you know, some stuff. So they
on the law enforcement side, most definitely, there's nothing but a ton of hurdles,
and that's what he was more concerned about, you know. So, but now there's companies that do it and do the videos and do all this stuff. So,
yeah, well, that's why the law enforcement agencies have to back the fire service and EMS service in getting that kind of stuff,
right,
and then backdoor their use of it. You know, there's a ton of civil liberties issues that surround it, unfortunately. But you know, another good thing to note is the New York City Fire Department actually sponsors a high school. It's the FDNY High School,
really,
and They have a program there where the kids in the program come out with an EMT certification, EMT defibrillation certification, and then can apply to go as a cadet into the FDNY Academy for EMS, and then upgrade to the Fire Academy. But they just created a new subgroup within the FDNY High School for FDNY Robotics.
Robotics, nice.
And it's taught by a couple of the members of the drone team, the robotics team.
Yeah, well, that's pretty
so
cool.
That's good.
You know, it again, getting these things. We're talking about, you know, remote ID and CBOs and stuff. Schools have to start putting into becoming CBOs.
Yeah,
because this is equipment that needs to be in the school system. Get kids jazzed up. I mean, this is, you know, robotics really is the way to go.
yeah.
Robotics
We have a robotics
and AI.
high school on a high school team here, and they do pretty good. And it's pretty fun. I know Bailey was on it for a year, but she was on. All right, Ray, let's do the second question real quick, and then we're gonna.
All right. What should be the minimum visibility when you conduct UAS operations? A, 1 statute mile. B, 5 statute miles. C, 3 statute miles.
And that is on the test. Well, it was on the test I took. So, hey, Gary, Don's in here, so don't say nothing bad about him.
Okay.
Hey, Don, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, Fisheye.
Jim Beauchard is in. Welcome in,
Jim
Jim.
Beauchard.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah, there
Jim.
you go.
Actually, I think Don may have gotten it first here.
Yeah, it looks like he did.
Yep.
Yeah, Fisheye got it. Yeah, Fisheye will get a prize.
Congratulations,
We'll
Don.
throw him in the hat. All right, guys.
I would have gotten it first because I got a 5-second head start.
You do, yeah. But hey, anybody need? Listen, guys, we do the stickers for fun, but you know, we're gonna give away. Let's do the sticker giveaway Ray. Let's do the wheel, and then we're gonna do the baby flyer. This was for December's prize right here.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me share the screen. Where is it at? Oh yeah, right here. Will. I got so many tabs open. And these names, I think it's 9 names. Let's see who wins this. Ray, this was for a hat, right?
Everybody.
Brad Austin.
Hey, Brad, congratulations. Congratulations.
All right, guys. This is a new little segment we're gonna do, and I kind of got the idea when we had, I think, Veterans Day. Some people sent me some pictures when they were like 18, 19 in the Army. You know, we couldn't hardly figure out who it was, so we're gonna post a picture of I have about 20 or 25 that and we'll throw your name in the hat.
This is going to be a great segment. There's no doubt about it.
And then we're probably going to do
we're going to have a lot of laughs over this.
Yeah, this is going to be pretty interesting. Let's see here. All right. Who is this?
That's DeMarco. Isn't that DeMarco? No,
it is not DeMarco.
Herman. It's Herman. Herman.
It's a cute little baby.
I don't know about. Let's not go that far now.
CaptainRay.
Yeah.
I don't.
that
see
must have
No,
been shot
no.
in a secret spot.
a lot of good guesses.
I'm much better looking than that, Gary.
Oh,
I guess what we'll do is let's let it go.
We're going to end up having to give hints. We don't want to go into 2 weeks on this.
You know, Joe Fotoleo sent me that picture of him. It went about, I did a little teaser, and that thing went about 3 weeks, Ray. No, it's not me. It's not me.
Where's that baby from, Johnny?
Let me give. Let's see. I would say this baby is west of the Mississippi.
Chris Hope.
Okay. But look at the eyes. Look at those eyes on that baby.
I'm trying to. I don't know. Maybe if you put a very long beard on that baby, I don't know. Let's see. Could that be a Dempsey? I don't know.
Yeah,
Bob Dempsey? No. Actually, the baby's taller than Bob Dempsey in the photo. So yeah.
When was that baby born?
No, hey,
Do we know when that baby was born?
Tom, you got it right. It is Bob Dempsey.
It's Bob Dempsey, but man, his baby shot looks taller than he is in real life.
In color?
Yeah, hey, no lie. Come on,
Hey, they had color back then.
Oh
Okay.
my God! Oh, my baby pictures are black and white.
my pictures in
Yeah.
black and white. So I don't know. I think Bob might have photo touched just,
Yeah,
he
Yeah,
might have
I think so.
photoshopped him.
That's good.
But
Wow.
that is Bob Dempsey.
Very
Wow.
good. Very
Well,
good.
There you
Tom,
go.
yeah, you'll go in the hat.
Yeah, checking out those eyes. It's kind of the the one major thing that peeks out behind the beard is the eyes. So
Oh boy, young Santa Claus.
A young
Yeah.
Santa. There we
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
Well, the seasons are changing, so the desert leprechaun season is kicking in soon.
Yeah,
Okay, so.
and listen, I know, guys. That, of course, we got 67 people in here. Of course, I know you got to be a member. I say a member of the community, or watch often. But the guys that we have, I think they are in the chats almost nightly, and they do support. So, and if you haven't sent me a baby picture, hey, send me a couple. You can send me something real young, and you can send me something a little bit older. But it'll be a fun little segment just to do, and something a little different.
Good stuff. I like it.
That's fun.
Yeah. So let's give away the sticker pack here.
All right, here we go. Good luck, everybody. Get your entries in.
Let's see how many people I got. We got 40, so I'll give a few minutes. And
Yep.
so Tom and Gary, I'll ask both of you while we're doing. I'll let some. What do y'all think? I mean, where are we headed with the drones? I know, Tom, the batteries have gotten better. You've seen the cameras get better. So where are we headed? What's new? What do you think the biggest thing's going to be here coming out?
Again, I think it's camera quality. So I really think when they finally, I mean, what can they do with an Air 3? That's curious, right? What can they do with an Air 3? And then what do you do with an Inspire 3?
Yeah.
So I really think it's going to be, like you said, that lifting capability means you can fly longer and you can you can lift heavier. So on an Inspire, I think you're going to start to see mirrorless capabilities. Maybe if I really think it's definitely going to go beyond APS-C. I think it'll go to full frame. So that's on the Inspire 3. On an Air 3, which just seems like the natural progression of things. Hate to keep chasing drones, but what can they really do with that?
That's what we talked about, and of course, Gary, in
where
Canada,
do you go?
y'all are very in Canada. I know y'all try the 250 is a big deal for y'all. So the Mini is a big classification for y'all, right?
Yeah, I can fly pretty much where I want. I've got the certification.
You got the advanced.
You got you.
And in fact, Transport Canada has told airports that they can't deny access to the airspace to drones.
Oh wow.
They own the airport. They don't own the airspace. So if I ask for permission, they have to grant it. So,
all right, guys, I'm going to spin this real quick. Let's see who wins this.
All right. Good luck. Good luck, everybody.
And if you just won or won recently, or Joe Blaylock.
Joe Blaylock.
Joe, congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah, Joe. Hey, Joe, I may have your info, but message me on Facebook and I'll get this right out in the mail to you. And actually, I'll throw in I think Marcus, I still have some Idaho quadcopter hat pins, so I'll throw one in there too.
Well, I'll tell you.
So
it's fun. It's fun doing little giveaways, the contests.
And let's see, I got a couple videos. Let's see who sent me a couple videos here.
Stevie Bronx, how are you, bro?
Stevie, yeah, that was a cool shot.
Stevie. How you doing, brother? And if you guys want your videos featured on the show, just send them to us. Tell us we can show them.
This was Lee Bessing. I think this was this was Avada. And that's something we're seeing a lot of stuff, with Avada in businesses, and it's pretty neat. This guy's filming Avada.
Yeah, this is going to be the new thing. I'm telling you.
Well, you guys see the one that the Cubs put out
Yeah.
Now,
at Wrigley? Oh, if you haven't, just look that up on YouTube. Just amazing stuff. But you know what? I want to see the behind the scenes. Okay, how
yeah,
many takes and
How
yeah,
many
how many
takes?
takes? Where were you located to get the penetration you got? And you know, I want to see a document folder along with it. I want to see all the waivers you put in to make that flight possible. You know, Major League Baseball and these teams have some major legal capabilities. But yeah, that was awesome.
Very
Yeah,
cool video.
it's pretty interesting. It's pretty neat looking.
Yeah, remember, guys, you can do anything when you're indoors. The FAA can't regulate you indoors.
Right. Exactly.
And that was Lee Bessing.
Yeah, Tom said penetration more.
Very nice.
Let's see here.
It's always fun to show the different videos. It really is. I enjoy watching them.
Yeah, and let's see. Who else sent me one? I just got a couple. This is Matt Bagwell right here.
Matt, he's been doing some serious flying there.
Matt has been. I tell you what, man. He puts up some videos, but he does a great job. He's flying at Autel. Yeah, and Autel's got a new drone. What's it called?
Yeah.
The Max.
Max.
I guess they're
Meet Max.
introducing that. Is that tonight? Or this evening?
At
Late? Maybe?
CES. Yeah.
Nice. Reflections there.
Yeah, those reflections off the still water. That's great.
He flies a lot by the water, Matt does.
Tom, did I hear maybe it was you or Bob Dempsey? Can y'all not fly out at Red Rock anymore? Did they change something out there?
No, not to my knowledge. I fly there all the time. Yeah.
I think that they said you cannot fly out there, Bob said.
I mean, there's some wilderness areas you can't fly, but other than that, I've been flying at Red Rock, so
Yeah, I saw him.
nobody's
I
told
don't
me
know.
to
I
stop.
I thought, but yeah, I'm almost positive he did. So hey, if you get a chance, you might could. Of course, you'll find out. I'm sure. You know.
Yeah, I guess I'll get approached at some point, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's some pretty spots right there. Wow.
Yeah, it's still up on their site. Yes, visitors can fly drones for recreational purposes.
Okay. Yeah. Maybe it was something like you said
Right.
Yeah.
I know
Please,
even out in the
do not
swamp, you know, you
disturb
got the,
wildlife or visitors.
refuge area, and or what?
Yeah, well, there are wildlife refuge areas that you can't fly in. And the other thing is, if you do go to fly at Red Rock, which I highly recommend to anybody visiting the Vegas area, don't disturb the wildlife and don't buzz the rock climbers on the side of a cliff, okay?
No,
you don't want to
please.
distract them. You got to survey the area and make sure you know what you're doing. And if somebody complains, just, be as diplomatic as possible with people. I've had that. I had it where a lady was yelling at me while I had the goggles on, and my wife is sitting there telling her, let him land and he'll talk to you. And you can't fly here. You can't fly here. And then she told me a ranger just pulled in. And I was like, yeah, fine.
Marcus had mentioned that because they were supposed to go out there because Marcus was going. So I don't know. That's
well, the ranger came over, and he actually asked me right away, was that the Avata I was flying? Okay, that's where his interest was. And the lady said, "Oh, good. You're going to tell him he can't fly here?" And he turned to her and he said, "No, he can fly here. It's not a problem."
Hey, I know that's a great place. I mean, I've been out there, but
it's beautiful.
I wasn't in the drones then, but yeah. All right, guys.
Well,
we've been here an hour.
there's a lot of places to fly.
I want to thank everybody. Gary, we'll give the floor to you and let you say your goodbyes. I appreciate you taking time out your day.
Yeah.
Got my official sticker on my official. The kids all have to have the sticker on.
Yeah, they got to have the stickers. So, Gary, what you got? When's the next show? Is it?
Okay, my next show is tomorrow night with
Okay.
co-host Don Doss, and we welcome in Joe Fotaleo.
Oh yeah, Joe's a great guy.
Fotaleo.
Leone, but
yeah. So Joe's on tomorrow, and I've got him up on the wall of fame there, and
he'll be a great guest.
He will.
Yeah, we're hoping. We like to have fun, and we like to
other than he's a Chiefs fan, right? Or 49ers, Chiefs? 49ers?
No, Chiefs. He's a Chiefs fan. He got all kind of paraphernalia.
Yeah. So we're looking forward to that one. And my next show after that, I've got this is the 98th show. This will be episode 59, which is the 98th. And on Groundhog Day will be show 100 for us. So
oh wow.
Oh, great.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Now that goes back to the days of After Lunch with Gary, when I used to do it Tuesdays and Thursdays at 1:00 in the afternoon with nobody watching. And
yeah. I used to watch it. I used to watch it. I was a guest a couple of times.
Yeah, live streams nonetheless. And I always have next to me, I always have my my schedule, so I know what I'm watching next. And I always try and keep track of who everybody is. I got a list of my friends, because you can't remember everybody's name all the time, or sometimes it just
we have to tweak that drone guide a little bit, I think, but it's not far off. But we'll retweak it.
No, it's great.
We'll tweak it for the South Florida drone meetup, so you'll get some new copies there. And I always laminate some. And Tom, I appreciate you taking time out your day. And
Tom, you're always a great guest.
Appreciate it. Hey, Johnny, really, if you want to take on a project, okay, it's adding all those channel names, and who they belong to. This is my cheat sheet. I told Gary that last time. Okay, man, I'm not getting younger, so but I like remembering people's names.
I do, and I made fun of listen, I was decent with it, but between Maddie and Ray, all I had to do was call them and say, hey, what day is Gary on, and what time? And look, they knew that by heart.
Oh, now,
and so they were. I just put it together and typed it, but believe me, they were the backbones of putting that together. But and it is very useful, and and there's a few changes, but we'll tweak it for the South Florida drone meetup. And I always laminate some. I made them too little a couple of years ago. You couldn't even read them, but I did. I kind of shrunk them down and laminated some, so they're good to have. So anybody wants one, hey, email me or message me. I'll definitely get it. But we will tweak it and get it ready.
And listen, we got to say thank you to all our viewers too. Really, we really appreciate you watching the show. Johnny and I, we put this show together as a lark, more or less. And it's successful because of you guys that watch it and the great guests that we have like tonight.
Absolutely. Yeah, next week, Ray, we got two Canadian, Jerry Bauer and Lauren Donauer. So, hey, we're going back up north.
Oh, there we go.
Jerry's in Florida right now, I believe.
Yeah, he's a snowbird like me.
Yeah, so but we'll catch up with them, and I do want to say in a couple weeks we're gonna have my recurrent. I need to take it in May, so your 107. I know a lot of people have gotten them in the past year and a half, so that's coming up, and it is kind of confusing when I started. You got to go to the IACRA, and you got to go to the drone service, not service. What are they? I don't know. So many sites you go to take that or. So Greg's coming on from Pilot Institute, and so he'll explain that process. So that'll be a good show. That's coming up on February the 5th, because I know I got to do it. He said just kind of do it closer to your date. But next week we have Jerry Bauer and Lauren. So we appreciate and then hey, get out there and fly, and hey, have fun. Ray, your closing thoughts?
Yeah, no, I just want to say thank you to everybody, and don't forget about the South Florida Drone Meetup, April 1st, 2023. It'll be here before you know it. If you haven't made your hotel reservation, make it. There are a limited amount of rooms. It'll be a sold-out hotel, believe me.
Yeah.
And again, just get out there, fly for fun, but most importantly, fly safely.
All right, guys, I want to thank everybody, and hey, tune in everybody's channel. And tonight, who we got tonight? I'm not sure. Well, Bill Thomas is doing a show about 30 minutes after this from coast to coast. I'm not sure if Dobo and them are going on, but they may go live. I would think, but keep that, So tune in, and Hey, get out there and fly and be safe, everybody. Have a great night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Closing's not showing. We could entertain everybody.